is Yumiko Awae. I go by Yumi. I am from the state of California. I do a lot of pop art and illustration at the moment. It's almost like culling from daydreams mostly. Once I get into drawing, I want to go on for hours and hours. And I'm coming to the US from Japan really had an impact on me. I started very simply just drawing stuff that I saw on the street, just like a guy carrying a Gap bag, shopping bag or something, waiting at a bus stop, you know. But then as I started thinking more inward, I was thinking about my own direction, and I felt incredibly isolated and disconnected from the rest of the world because of the language barrier. And then once I got the language down, I was still culturally not on par with everybody. Like I was not seeing eye to eye with a lot of people in my peers. But then as I'm developing each drawing from that idea, it turns into something else. Like it starts to broaden. I'm just kind of letting my mind wander, and whatever pops into my head, like a phrase or a visual, I'll just put it on paper. It's kind of like a dream, but like in a waking state. So then I kind of, while I'm drawing, I'm figuring out what I'm trying to do myself. Like I'm surprising myself every time, like, oh, this is what I was thinking. A lot of isolation themes in my artwork. There's a lot of longing for friendship. Um, just a lot of sadness overall, I guess. I channel it in a humorous way a lot of times, so it looks whimsical, but deep down inside it's like, oh, she's a little lonely. Like in that fruit punch painting, everybody's being punched, but it's funny. It's kind of like I'm trying to get through that loneliness by humoring myself. One of the drawings I have, the couldn't contain the butterflies, where the girl is kind of vomiting out butterflies. It's kind of like I'm trying to express myself in a way that people will understand, but I'm having a hard time. It's not just nervousness from butterflies, but like, will people understand me? It's a little nervousness and a lot of worry at the same time. Like, how am I presenting myself in this country that I do not know? And that was in the beginning. I've been here for 40 years now, so I'm more American than Japanese. So I might, if I went back to Japan and if I were to live there, I might feel the same way actually, coming from the US back to Japan, like a foreigner. That one is actually an older piece. I was doing a lot of drawings of not just food, but just one main object, but a lot of them just inundating the whole canvas or paper, And this was one of them. I did a bunch of socks, umbrellas, and I can't remember what the other ones were, but I love crowding the canvas with things, and I've been told it's too much, but I can't stop until I fill up the whole thing with like just every little donut or flower or umbrella, whatever. But this was to pick out something that was celebratory as opposed to having problems with food or like in a negative tone. So this was one of the fun, whimsical food drawings that I was able to find for this show. It's basically a loose concept of a girl being weird and just not of this world, kind of alien kind of girl is off about each girl. And this was, I don't know how I came up with this one, but I love spaghetti. um And I wanted to incorporate the Italian tablecloth into her clothes in the background a little bit as well. And she's just, I don't know, she's just having fun eating her hair. Yeah, she's eating a bag of snacks and she's going, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, I can't stop eating. And the bag also says, oh dear, I believe. I based it on popcorn, but it's not necessarily popcorn. It's just a picture of a girl who is just compulsive eating and cannot stop, and it's the guilt is showing in her face with sweat, and her mind is just filling up with food and she can't think of anything else. I just I like trying to show that overwhelming feeling, the oh my god, I'm having a good time, but I'm guilty, you know, that kind of feeling. Yeah, this one's called Morbid Curiosity, and uh, I guess ever since I was a kid, I had kind of a mild fear of what is or isn't behind me, and I have a tendency to like turn around real quick if I'm alone and there's space in back of me. So that's what I was trying to capture. I don't want to see it, but I want to see it, that kind of thing. So it's called Morbid Curiosity, and her hair is trying to fill up the empty void behind her so that she doesn't have to feel that empty void. And she doesn't want to see, but her eyes are just kind of working their way between her fingers to just kind of see what is behind her hair right now. I do like eyeballs. That's another obsession of mine. So with acrylic on canvas with marker outlines. The background lines are kind of it's a single stroke line, so I didn't let go of the pen while I was drawing that whole thing, and it's kind of become like a go-to background pattern for me. I guess that's a style I kind of developed on my own, and um, well, the eyes embedded in her heart-shaped head is just kind of another one of those random things I came up with in the back of my head. I don't know. She's got so many eyeballs in her dress as well, but she's still searching for new perspectives, I suppose. The background kind of shows a maze-like quality where, you know, she's like really trying to search through this mess. Definitely anxiety in here. She is kind of frantic. She is searching. I tried to show that with her walking and her tongue sticking out like panting and eyes going everywhere again. So yeah, I did try to capture anxiety for sure. This is called Eyes Out. It's basically crying her eyes out. Literally, she's just crying her eyes out and she's got many eyes left. Um, but um, yeah, I just wanted to show a simple dark background. She's in an empty void, and she's, I guess, again, wandering, searching for something, and she's longing for something. So the eyes that she's crying out are kind of all over the place again, searching for something to grasp onto in that darkness in the background. This one is probably one of my latest pieces from this year. It's called Cocoon. I first came up with like a flash of a visual in my head with a girl's eyes just kind of rolling back and the whites or the pink from the eyelids are showing. So that's the first visual I got. And then I kept, when I was driving through all over LA, I noticed a bunch of morning glories and persimmon trees. So They were kind of beautiful to look at. I wanted to incorporate that in the background with this hibernating lady, I guess, in a cocoon. I guess it just kind of morphed. It just kind of came out naturally, the bandaged body and everything after I drew in the face. Um, not sure exactly where it came from, but I think when I was thinking about her face, I wanted her upside down because her eyes were rolled back. And with the background, I guess I wanted to it was natural that I made her into a cocoon to just put on the tree. I am looking forward to visiting as many studios as possible. The idea of that complex itself, the building is really incredible. It's labyrinthian. It's you never get tired of going up and down the stairs, going in and out of all the studios. I have fun going into people's houses and looking through their rooms in general. So this is a real treat for me just to see their living quarters, creative living quarters, as well as their output, the artworks. So it's going to be a real treat for me.